Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. Now, on today's video, I'm going to be talking about the last two issues of House of BRAINIAC. That is, both of them together, and I'll get into why in a minute. So this is Action Comics issue 1066. This is part 5 of House of BRAINIAC, and then also Superman number 15, part 6 of the House of BRAINIAC. Action Comics is written by Joshua Williamson with art by Rafa Sandoval, Alejandro Sánchez, and letters by Dave Sharpe. Superman is also written by Joshua Williamson with art by Rafa Sandoval, colors by Alejandro Sánchez, and letters by Dave Sharpe. So the last two issues are completely done by the same team. We also have a little bit of a backup story in Action Comics, but I'm not going to get into that. We're just going to talk about House of BRAINIAC and what to expect from this from the culmination of this event. Now, the reason I'm doing this as a video together is because there's no preview art for Superman 15 because it's the same team, right? So you're getting, this is really two issues with the last two chapters of the same story. So there's no, I guess DC felt that there was no need to include more Rafa Sandoval. I also think it'd be a little bit spoilery, especially for part 5. So I think it's a smart move. So I just decided to go ahead and combine the videos. I don't think I've ever done that, or I haven't done a video where I do two different comics in a long time. But here we are. So in Action Comics 1066, the Brainiac Queen unleashes cosmic horror. The Brainiac Queen is alive. Now that Brainiac has created his masterpiece, all bets are off, and Superman and his family are witness to the cosmic horror unlike anything they've ever seen. As we learn the true history of Brainiac, the main man Lobo must choose what side he's on before all hell breaks loose. And on Superman 15, we have the last issue of House of BRAINIAC. So I won't talk much about the synopsis, but what I will say is that this story leads directly into DC's summer event, Absolute Power. So what I recommend you do, and hopefully you watch this early, I'm going to say read House of BRAINIAC first, and then go read Absolute Power Ground Zero if you want to get into that event. I know it's a lot of instructions, but hopefully my guidance will help you. So let's take a look at some of the preview art, because Rafa Sandoval is just doing some next level stuff. I love the how impressive the ship is. Like, just the fact that Brainiac has this gigantic ship, and Superman really is, like, he has no option, right? He's out of power, he's out of energy. Brainiac has this in the bag until the main man decides to finally switch teams. Also, the design of the Brainiac Queen, I think, is really fun. If you've seen previews of Absolute Power, it's going to change a little bit. Well, actually, it's going to change quite severely. But for the purposes of this book, I think it really works. It's giving a lot of Alien Queen, Xenomorph Queen vibes, Venom, Big Tongue, all the stuff that's really cool in comics. This is also one of my favorite renditions of Lobo. Like, it just looks super cool, especially after we saw all the Zarzians. Having to draw so many different little versions of a Zarzian, it's pretty impressive. And then we have this gigantic spread page where the Queen and Brainiac really demonstrate what their plan is going forward. She needs power, and she's going to take it from all these metahumans. That's why Brainiac's been handling everything that he's been doing. So overall, I think this was a very satisfying event. I won't go into how things get wrapped up, but just know that I think it really works. I think Joshua Williamson managed to tell a really fun story. And I kind of love going back and forth between Action Comics and Superman to tell a crossover like this, because you can really tell the Action Comic issues were really more focused on the Super family, with Kal-El being involved in the story. But then the Superman book managed to put Kal-El at the forefront with, Lobo and all those shenanigans, but still have the Super family in the background. So yeah, great stuff. I think just it takes a lot of work to do something like that, in my opinion. So they really managed to do it very well. As always, there are some covers at the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. But if you have finished House of BRAINIAC, let me know, what did you think of the event as a whole, the crossover. Also, as I mentioned, after this, you can get into Absolute Power Ground Zero, which also comes out on the same release as these two items. And of course, stay tuned, because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.